episode, we are learning that if we focus on the lotus feet of Krishna, then we can subdue this mind from material attraction and we can focus on Krishna. Now, what
mm,
challenge I am facing, that suppose I am distracted by mode of passion or mode of ignorance, and at that
mm,
time I want to think of Krishna or chanting holy name or something Krishna's instruction. For few seconds it is coming, then again back mind is going to that passionate or ignorant type or something disturbing material situation. So like this mind
mm.
try but not able to bring it here, again mind go back to the that material things only. So how to overcome this situation, that I wanted to ask.
We try, but we are not able to bring it again. So mind keeps going back to the material things, isn't it?
More frequent there, it is staying very little here. Suppose if while chanting also, if I am trying to for 2 3 months, it will be, then again it goes back to material thought process.
Mm. One thing that as well as Maharashtra Goswami Maharaj always told us is that when our mind gives that kind of experience to us, it's a very uneasy thing because we try so hard, but still this mind is not coming under our control. I think one weapon that he said that will really bring the mind under our control is to force it to think that today is your last day. What will you do if today is your last day? Then mind will subdue automatically. Especially for us who have taken some who have taken some time to digest and assimilate Krishna consciousness, right? So that mind will be subduing only when we keep reminding to the mind that today is your last day. Please remember that and don't do any unnecessary things. That is one important way Maharaj taught us. Prabhu. He said, even while chanting also, if you want focus, remember today is your last day. What will you do? Today is the last day. So don't you think you will chant attentively? Don't you think you would want to have something from Prabhupada's books? Even his Sona Jayapatak Maharaj in his Vyas Puja this thing address, he told very, very clearly that he wants all of us to, all his two disciples specifically, but also all the devotees in ISKCON to take study of Srila Prabhupada's book seriously, because that will really bring the focus back into transcendence. This game with mind will keep going on, Prabhu. Even for me, I'm just give. It looks like I'm sharing with you, but then even for me, the same thing happens. I keep trying. Sometimes it just goes away. When you go to our work and all these things, your mind becomes agitated. Or even within the devotional service, also something here happens, something happens there. And then we get agitated because we want everything to go our way. But Krishna repeatedly says, today only I read Gaurang Prabhu's nice quote. Just let me see 1 second. Nice quote was saying the somebody's status, I forgot whose status it was. How do I know that? But then I remember that statement was very nice. He said that if our plans don't work, it only means that Krishna is telling us that I have a better plan for you. What I am doing is better than your plan. So just abide by what Krishna's plan is. So it's a nice, very nice, sobering thought. Many times we think that, oh, my thing is not working. I think it is not proper. But the fact that Krishna is taking control is the thing that our plans may not work all the time, and we abide by Krishna's plan because he knows better than us uh, what is important for us. I see Prayesh Prabhu. Thank you for that. You are quoting. That's very nice. He's our Veda base. Immediately he has brought it in the chat. Maharaj quote is saying very nicely, only one way you can be intensive in devotional service, that you should have the art of foreseeing your own condition on the deathbed. I remember sharing this with Radhesham Prabhu also. He also asked about this. He's, of course, he was asking for on behalf of other devotees. He's much more exalted, and I don't deserve to give him any answer as such. But the thing is, he asked me how to chant, take japa more seriously. If Maharaj gave any instruction. So I told the same thing that if possible, take your picture, frame it, and put it on the wall, and put a garland also around it, and then keep looking at it, and you chant. You will know your you will, you will know that your last day is there. So that is one way of keeping on reminding us that we all have to go, uh, and the better the more we make our chanting better, the happy we'll be even while going through the deterioration that this world
Hare
is going to
Krishna,
give us.
Hare Krishna
Yes,
Prabhu. Just
Anjali
to
Prabhu.
add a little bit here.
Yes.
So most of the times, whenever I get up in the morning, my mind says, "Why you are getting up early? Sleep. It's better you sleep. Still, you are feeling sleepy." So what I literally tell to my mind is, "Yes, yes, I'm going to bed. Don't worry." Then I do my work. So then
Mm.
I saw it's not telling again. Then I'm doing my work.
Yeah.
So this way it is working for me, Prabhu. Literally, many times it tells that you go to bed. But I tell, yes, yes, I
Mm.
go. Wait for a minute. I will go to bed, sleep again. Then again, it will not
Mm.
tell me, but I do my work. So, yeah,
Mm.
thanks, Prabhu.
Yeah, you're right, Prabhu. It's a beautiful I think realization, and many others can relate to also. Nice. Okay,
It
so
is
shall we go to the purport? Yes, sorry, something else, Suresh Prabhu?
uh, it is like Haridas Thakur telling that prostitute, please wait, let me complete my
Yeah,
chanting.
yeah, yeah, very nice. But, you and then she will end up chanting, right? So the same way, our mind also will start enjoying. I remember in Prabhupada's house, I was chanting almost every day, except they were doing some renovation for some 8 10 days. During that time, I could not go inside because it was blocked for anybody and everybody. So they were doing repainting and doing cleaning and all that. So I was waiting for the day when it would be completed and I can go back and sit and chant. The one other thing that I thought it helped me is that um, when we are doing some chanting, no, chanting or reading, whatever, we should also accompany it with some service. We should add service to it. In some kind of service, menial service, I mean, physical service should be there. Like we supposed to, His Holiness Bhakti Samrit Maharaj was there. He had come to Vrindavan for the Golden Jubilee time, and he had visited VH also. I think some of you might have seen. Nice video was there about him visiting VH. He said just a brief 4 sentences only he made, and such an amazing thing. He said, um, "A preacher without a toilet cleaning experience is not a preacher. If you are a preacher, you should have a cleaning experience of cleaning the toilets also." Um, and then he explained further that preaching is also very important seva, but unless and until you have this experience, you will not be able to preach effectively. So that was very interesting thing. And for me also, earlier I used to go. Shivam Prabhu had come also for a day or two, and we had some little time there. So nice we had in the. So I went when I was there initially and all. I used to go sit there, and 7 o'clock they will drive you away, and we have to rush out. So my main focus was to finish the chanting and then come to Darshanarthi. But then I started feeling a bit guilty. See, this is also happened as a result of our chanting only. Even if our chanting is incomplete or imperfect or whatever, with whatever incomplete, imperfect chanting that we do, we still get some realizations. And we have to take advantage of those realizations to improve the chanting. That realization you get and you say, okay, leave it alone. Then, I mean, you forget about it, then it will not help purifying the mind. So I was thinking, suddenly it just came to my mind that, hey, you are just coming here and spending your time chanting and going away. What service you are doing? I mean, you are just trying to take advantage of this place. And you are thinking that, oh, I'm getting good experience chanting here, devotees in Prabhupada's house, and where Prabhupada spent most of his time, and he's still living there. Hmm? So then I thought I should do something. Then what happened? One day after this thing was over, I asked the devotees because after the 7 o'clock they just close everything, they change proper dress, they clean up everything, and do puja, everything, jadu puja, everything. So I asked the devotees that can I also do some seva? Then they said, okay, you do. And then they said you have to clean like this, you have to clean each room and take the dust out and all that. So I said, okay, I will do. But what happens is that means it starts from 7 and it goes till 7:30 at least. So it means I will miss Darshanarti, I will miss Guru Puja, everything. But I said, okay, let's do one day and try. Then when I did this cleaning, I felt very happy. The mind was feeling more happy, because you are giving something to what it's like, see, if I go to some movie or some show or some ride or whatever, then you will go and pay something for staying there, no? It's like that. You stay in any hotel, you have to pay for it. You have to do something in return for it, basically. So in Prabhupada's house, they don't charge you for sitting there and chanting. I mean to say, because they are all cleaning up for us to sit there and chant. So somehow we should. I thought that okay, let's do some little seva in return. That nothing can be done for devotees to preserve this place for more than 50 years. Such a spick and span state. And very nice facilities also to sit there and only chanting, and Prabhupada's person is still there. You can feel it, you'll experience him there. So then I started doing the cleaning, sacrificing these other things which I thought, it will be good, happy for me. I am enjoying. Frankly speaking, that sacrifice has made me enjoy more this seva. So I started skipping Mangalarti, Darshanarti, and Guru Puja also to do this seva, cleaning and then pocha and then washing and everything. So additionally, what happened is those same devotees who would drive us out, because I am always the first person to go and last person to leave that house. My chanting takes a little longer. So those devotees will drive everybody out and they will see me a few times and they'll see that I'm finishing my round, so they'll wait for me. I thought it's not a good thing to make others wait for the seva. So then when I started doing the seva, the same people were smiling at me. They were very happy. They were, oh Prabhu, you are doing seva, so come, we'll do that, and then give us time for the seva, and so many such things like that. They were. So I then felt that this is some way. See, it was nothing. Actually, my chanting is so poor. Frankly speaking, it took me quite a lot of chanting to come to this state that I should do some menial seva. Ideally, if somebody's chanting was really good, the first time itself or second time itself, they would have started thinking that, oh, I should do some menial seva wherever I go. So my quality was not that good. So at least much later only it came to my mind. But then when I started doing it, it was very, 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 very pleasing. I would say not only Prabhupada's house, wherever we go, Samadhi area or even Radha Damodar or even Rupa Goswami Samadhi or anywhere else, even your own room where you are staying. Maharaj used to tell us that don't think that cleaning in the temple only is your devotional service. You're cleaning your own home is also devotional service only, because Krishna is living there also. If you are not cleaning your home inside, and then go out and do cleaning, that's only show business. So to that extent, Maharaj would be clear, don't be hypocritic. Do service wherever you have. He said, Japmala on one hand, duster on the other hand. This is how a devotee should go. You should go wherever you find some dirt, just clean with the duster, and clean the floor, sit there and chant. Don't sit in a dirty place and chant. You're not Gaur Kishore Das Babaji to clean that place. You clean it and then you start chanting nicely. So wherever you find dirt, you should clean it. That's how you keep it nice. It's not that only where you sit you should clean. Wherever you see, you should just go and clean. And that is how we can keep our mind uh, focused or attentive in devotions. When attention is there, naturally the attraction will be there, and we will start feeling more satisfied. I see two hands raising here. That okay, let's Stejana Mataji, you raise your hand.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, like we are talking about mind control. So, Prabhuji, we
Hmm.
have heard in Bhagavad Gita that mind is our best friend as well as our greatest enemy. But in most of the cases, we see that our mind is taking us away from Krishna. Every time it is asking us to, like Prabhuji said, that I should sleep in the morning and not wake up and do my sadhana. So, every time, even when we are doing services, we are doing some aparad, and our mind is more times our enemy only. So in what cases when can we say that mind is our best friend?
See, when we are completely satisfied, then we can see that mind is our best friend. I mean, we are satisfied with whatever state we are in. A satisfied mind is a friendly mind. An agitated or hankering mind is a disturbing mind. Right? So the effect of our first and foremost, the effect of our practice of Krishna consciousness is a satisfied and happy mind. Right? What is that shloka you must be knowing? Nasti buddhir ayuktasya, nacha ayuktasya bhavana, nacha bhavetah shantir, ashantasya kuta sukham. Right? So this verse goes in a sequence, if you see. It's a negative, it's mentioned in negative, but you can take it in the other side. Na asti buddhir ayuktasya. Right? When the buddhi is not yukta, it is not connected with Krishna. Na asti, right? When it is not connected with Krishna, na cha yuktasya bhavana. That buddhi, first you, with your buddhi means you are telling the mind, please go to the lotus feet of Krishna. Then the bhavana, when you actually go to the lotus feet of Krishna, you get the bhavana. Like here, matir mayi nibadayam, sorry, I'm going to the next stroke. See, you're saying dhyayatas charanam bhojam bhava nirjita tejasa. So that bhava is developed as a result of practicing what we are supposed to, we are being advised to do. You understand? So, na asti buddhi ayuktasya. Suppose you are told that, see, Krishna is our supreme Lord, he is our eternal well-wisher, eternal friend, eternal guide, everything. So you please go and serve him. That is a instruction that is should be fixed in our mind by the buddhi. So that buddhi, when it is connected in Krishna consciousness, it will be firmly convinced that yes, Krishna's lotus feet is our only shelter, service is our only goal. Now, nacha yuktasya bhavana, when that instruction is practiced, then our bhava becomes yukta. You understand? We'll come to the na part later, but just understand this sequence. Nacha yuktasya bhavana. Nacha bhavetah shanti. When we are doing service with that bhava to Krishna, our devotees are, everything here. Then nacha bhavasya, sorry, nacha nasti buddhirayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana. Nacha bhavetah shanti. Only when we do the seva with bhava, seva bhav is there, your shanti will be there, peace will be there. And asantasya kuta sukham. Without shanti, how can you become happy? So it's a sequence. First, you have the buddhi who should be engaged in Krishna consciousness. Then from that buddhi being engaged, our bhava, everything that we do, that is also should be connected with Krishna. Then when that bhava is connected with Krishna, automatically shanti is our outcome. That shanti is what the mind will experience when your mind is listening to whatever you are saying. And naturally, when that peace is, the satisfaction is there, satisfaction peace is there, nacha itasya bhavana, nacha bhavita shanti, ashantasya kuta sukham. When your mind is shanti, peaceful, then automatically it will be happy and joyful. So peace is a one step before happy and joy thing. But for that to happen, our bhava must be connected to Krishna. Very simple thing. Anything that happens in our life, you think Krishna is doing it. Anything that we have to do, think that I am doing it for Krishna's pleasure. I am not doing it for my own thing. Or anything that is at our home also, something has to be cleaned or kept all right. Hey, this is Krishna's place, we should keep it all right. Not that it's my house, this is my family, this is my thing, my job. If we start thinking my, then we will do it only our thing properly. So when you see everything as Krishna's thing, see, I went to VHE, I stayed there for a month, and the room was there. I did not ask the devotees to come and clean the room. They were actually offering, Prabhuji, we'll change the things and all, we'll wash your clothes, we'll do everything for you. I said, no, everything I will do. My things don't, you don't do anything. I will do myself. So every time I cleaned the toilet, I cleaned the bathroom, I was washing my own clothes and everything I was doing it. So I was not dependent on anybody for that matter. Right? When we do these things by ourselves, then what we are preaching makes sense to people. If I am not doing that and simply saying the devotees that whatever I am saying, you just do, don't look at me, kind of a thing, what I am doing, and all, then it is hypocrisy. So that is where our practice, we should practice what we preach. In fact, we should practice before we preach. It's not just enough just to practice what we preach. You should practice before, and then we should then go and preach. So this is how you can make friends with the mind. Mind which is willing to listen to you for to practice Krishna consciousness or to do Krishna consciousness activity is a friendly mind, because it is listening to you and to go to Krishna. And it is in fact mind will drive you to Krishna. There are so many things which will come in between. You know, my schedule was so tight that I could not go to Parikrama. I was telling Shivam Prabhu also, Prabhu, I last 2 days only, I don't know when to go to Parikrama, Giraj Parikrama. He was also offering, Prabhu, let's go together. I didn't have a vehicle to go, like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was hot, so we had to go very early. And I had to come before itself so that I can start the class, the last couple of classes. Then I said one day after he left only, I just suddenly got a thought. Then I said, okay, whatever happens, I should go today. So somehow when I kept that thought in my mind, and then without any alarm clock, I woke up by 2:53 3 a.m. So then I said, okay, let's quickly rush. And then I got ready, 3:30, started, 4 o'clock reached Radhakund, then started walking and didn't feel tired at all. And the whole day was so energetic that after coming back also, I was going everywhere. I was going to Vrindavan, and there also walking a lot, and doing class also the whole day for 3-4 hours, and then office work also. Everything was happening as if nothing happened. 22 kilometers walking. After 22 kilometers of walking and everything, if someone has to tell me that no, you rest. That was like so this is how when we think of doing seva to Krishna intensely, then mind automatically gets subdued. How it does, we don't know. So that is how we should see the whole thing. So this verse is a very good. This actually in negative. In the negating way, Krishna is telling, "Na asti buddhi ayuktasya." That buddhi which is not connected with Krishna, then it will not allow the mind to connect with Krishna in Bhava platform, because Bhava means mind, Buddhi means intelligence. Bhava means the feelings and emotions come from. See, here also he says the same thing. Bhava nirjita chetasa means all mental activities, thinking, feeling, and willing. Right? So this thinking, feeling, and willing means mind. So when the intelligence is fixed, then it can force the mind to come to Krishna. If the intelligence is not connected with Krishna, then it will not allow the mind also to connect to Krishna. Nacha yuktasya bhavana. Then nacha bhavetah shanti. If the bhava is not connected to Krishna, where will you get shanti? And if the shanti is not there, where will you get the sukham? Beautifully, Krishna is asking this question. Right? So this question should run in your mind every time. Why I am after chanting also I am not feeling satisfied? Why after doing the seva also I am not feeling satisfied? We should search whether my bhava was yukta with Krishna. Whether my buddhi was yukta with Krishna conscious activity. That is the thing when we look at it. When we say Krishna conscious activities means, Prabhupada said very simply, Krishna consciousness means being conscious of Krishna. Very simple. What is that meaning? It means that you do everything for Krishna's pleasure. If Krishna wants to insult me, and then by that he wants to be pleased, that's fine. Let it be so. End of the day, all the devotees were, Brahma was willing to accept a very lowly position in Brahma Mohan Leela to please Krishna. Shiva also was taking that very low position in that Mohini avatar thing to please Krishna. And he took that poison also to please Krishna. And we have gopis also, they were ready to do anything, to go to any extent to sacrifice for the pleasure of Krishna. So if everything is focused around pleasing Krishna, then the mind will be always our friend. It has to become our friend. There is no other option. You know, the beauty, I will tell you one very practical thing. There will be people who will not be happy with you, or they will be criticizing you, etc., etc. But what you do normally, if you have to succeed, you will just ignore them. And then you carry on with your same. One fine day you will become successful or whatever in your efforts and in your attempts. Then helplessly the same people will come and become friends with you, isn't it? Same people will come and tell you that, oh, this is nice what you are doing. I would like to also contribute something, etc. It has happened to Prabhupada's case. So the same way, mind also will rebel, mind also will do all kinds of atrocities. But when you ignore it and keep doing seva, and when you become really strong, I mean soul and intelligence, they become really strong, then mind will automatically come and please say, please include me also in your team. You know, I will also do some seva like that. Right? I hope that helped, Mataji. Very nice question, very practical question. That's why I like this group. Everybody will come with very, day-to-day, real-life situations where we can actually find a way to practice these instructions. Did that help, Mataji?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
So anything, the first thing I've always done is once I will try to think of, okay, let me practice this for one instance at least. Then you will see. If you succeed, you will know the success formula. If you fail, you have an opportunity to try again. Right? Never get despondent. That is the only thing I always kept hearing from my spiritual master. He will always tell one thing, that if in your life, let all the time be failure. Let all your attempts be a failure also. Doesn't matter. But you never lose the courage. Never, ever, ever become despondent. Whole world may turn against you, but do not lose hope. Do not feel down and out. Never ever feel like that, you would say. And I was happy when I heard that thing. I said, okay, fine. It doesn't matter whether the world thinks you are a failure or success, whatever. For you, this lifetime, you got the opportunity of Krishna consciousness. That's the greatest advantage that is the greatest success we have had. Isn't it? Very wonderful. Okay, I see Shiva Prabhu raised his hand for quite some time. Yes, Prabhuji, please. You're back in Pune, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, back in Pune. So, regarding like the quote shared by Prabhuji from Mahavishnu Swami Maharaj, that like you have to meditate on like ourselves on the deathbed. But the thing is, like, the problem of the mind, Prabhu, is like that it takes casual after some time. It takes normal, it will be like it will behave like normal, like if we meditate also on that. Like suppose I was thinking about, like, there are so many workers we see at the cremation centers. They just do, I mean, for them, like burning any
It's
body is
like
like
a,
very
yeah.
normal. Yeah. So why they don't feel like that? This world is actually is a miserable place, and he see everyday people crying, but still he take very normally. So
They
what
will
is
definitely have, they will definitely have to a certain extent, but then because they don't have the Shastric foundation and association of devotees who uh, conclude this, or you bring it to a complete bring it to a complete circle. No, you start off here and then you have to complete the circle, right? So that is possible only with connecting this with the Shastric Pramana. And another thing is also that your sadachar should be based on the Shastric Pramana. It's not just enough to see the dead bodies all the time. Your behavior also should change. So that is why pramanaihi tat sadacharehi. From pramanas like shastras, you take the sadachars. How do you behave? Bhayam tattva avamarshanath, it is said. When we have the fear of death or fear of any insecurity, whatever, tattva avamarshanath. We discuss about the tattva. Hey, come on, this is temporary. Today your boss shouted on you. It doesn't mean that the whole life is gone. It just says the real tattva is everything is temporary in this world, right? Dukkhalayama shasvatam. So that is the real tattvam, right? So bhaya will be gone only when you discuss tattva. The bhaya, fear will be gone only when you discuss. Apas mein hum charcha karenge na. When we discuss, that's when you will be able to appreciate the truth of the Bhagavad Gita and our shastras, right? So pramanahi tat sadacharahi tat abhyasahi nirantaram. You have to do abhyas, practice, and practice it regularly and consistently. Every day we have to nirantaram. And then podayan atmanaha atmanam. If while practicing also, you advise your mind, you preach to the mind. Podayan atmanaha atmanam. Atmanam means with the help of intelligence and soul. You preach to the mind that to keep on doing this. Don't lose the enthusiasm. Just because sometimes it is not working, don't think that it will not work at all. It will work because Krishna's mercy is there. In our Narada Muni's case is the best example. We haven't reached that point yet, but after this thing you will see once. But then once he saw, Krishna will go away. But again, he tries so many times, attempts, but he will not come. And Krishna will not come again. Right? But he did not lose hope. After hearing Krishna's voice, he continued on and on and on. You see? That is the important thing that we should know. We should never ever lose hope. We should never drop our guard. We should always say that, okay, today I was not able to get for Mangalarti, or today I was not able to do chanting in the morning. Somehow or other, please don't lose hope. Always think that Krishna is there to help us. That hope should be there always. Can that help?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Can I add something, Prabhuji?
Yes, please.
So Prabhu, the Shastra Pramanam that you're talking about is really important, because I was reading recently. I mean, there are many cases wherein there are true cases of reincarnation, right, Prabhu? And those people who has the memory of their previous life, they just do all the things. Okay, I want to meet these people, and I want to, I mean, just have an emotional connect with the people they have remembrance of, and then it is done. They don't go to the essence of the Shastra, that soul is migrated from one body to another body. Right? They also take it that way. I mean, they don't, they're not able to find the purpose behind it.
Yeah.
Right? So that is a thing, Prabhu. So
very good point, Prabhu. That is the reason why we are not able to take the effects of the Shastra seriously. You should actually see, as you rightly said, we should actually see the things in the real life, how it is, manifesting in the true world, really. And that's where we are very fortunate to have such a wonderful balance, Bhakti and Vedanta. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, right? Where Bhakti is also there and is based on the Shastra Pramana also. This is what you call Pramanahi tad sadacharahi tad abhyasaihi nirantaram bodhayan atmanaha atmanam bhaktim api uttamam labhet. That uttama bhakti you will obtain by following this simple process. Start off with Pramana, study Pramana, the Shastras consistently. Sadacharahi, take out the good behavior, the good characters from the different episodes and different instructions and so on, different characters and so on. That abhyasaihi, you start practicing it. You today is like how Yudhishthira Maharaj is practicing the instruction given by Dronacharya that no, do not lie. I will not lie. So that way he kept on reminding himself again and again and again. Out of 100 times, 99 times you fail also. Once you succeed, that is your success. That is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. And that's why we should never ever lose hope. And Krishna is always there to give us that inspiration and give strength, you see. He's watching us over continuously. And Krishna was watching Narada Muni doing his in a corner of the place in a forest. He was sitting and he was doing tapas. He was doing his meditation. And he was doing devotional service. So Krishna was appreciative of it. And that's why he gave him the mercy. And one thing that we should also note is that the mercy does not mean success. The end result should be success. Mercy means even the attempt that you are making to please Krishna is because of Krishna's causeless mercy. That is why I often refer to this shloka. Maybe if somebody is able to share the screen, you can do that. Maybe Gaurav Prabhu or somebody. 3:9:38 is a beautiful verse. In this verse, actually, Krishna categorically states to Brahma what is the source of all the tapas, jnana, everything that is gained. Is it possible? Someone can share the screen. 3:9:38. Shloka goes like this. Yatcha kartanga mat stotram mat kathabhyudayankitam yadva tapasite nishta sayesha madanugraha. Somebody can read the translation.
When may I do, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu.
O Brahma, the prayers that you have chanted, praising the glories of my transcendental activities, the penances you have undertaken to understand me, and your firm faith in me, all these are to be considered my causeless mercy.
So the Yatcha Kartanga mas stotram. Karta means performing. Anga means he is telling, oh my dear son. Brahma, Krishna is telling to Brahma, after Brahma completes his prayers for the creative service, right? Mat stotram, you have done such a beautiful stotram for me. Mat kata, you have done all my transcendental glories, everything you have, all my activities and leelas and everything, you have delineated so meticulously, so detailed you have given. Abhyudaya ankitam. Yadva tapasi. You have done so much tapas for hundreds of years without any water, drinking water or eating anything. You have been doing tapas. Nishta, with so firm faith that you had done this. And understand that all these things are by my causeless mercy. Mad anugraha. If I had not given you that anugraha, you would not have been able to do this tapas also. So we should categorically understand this one thing is a very beautiful. This sloka Maharaj used to repeatedly tell us many times, because what happens is in a subtle way when we do service or even when we do some austerity or chanting, anything that we do or doing some preaching or seva, any seva, somehow that subtle thing comes that I am doing it. So we become happy when somebody appreciates us because I am thinking that I am doing it. Ideally speaking, if people are glorifying me, And if my consciousness is pure enough, I should feel upset, not happy. In one way, you can be happy. Don't take it immediately as this thing, but in one way, if you see, we should actually feel upset that you see, why are they unnecessarily praising me? These are all done by Krishna. Because as per this shloka, everything is done by his causeless mercy. People will come and tell, oh, Prabhu, you chanted so nicely. You were giving class, you're singing so nicely, you're managing so nicely. Everything people will come and say. Immediately I will feel happy. Hey, somebody is recognizing my service. And then we want to, what should I say? We want to pat on our own back, saying that, hey, Krishna has acknowledged your service through this so-and-so devotee. But the same thing when somebody is criticizing us, we don't see. Hey, Krishna is only criticizing you because he didn't like your this thing, isn't it? See, this is duplicity. One thing we accept, one thing we don't want to accept. If you have to accept everything wholeheartedly, as a whole, in total. If somebody is appreciating, I feel that hey, Krishna is pleased. If somebody is criticizing or thing, we don't see that this Krishna is displeased. So that is our double standard. Now, Krishna is categorically telling us here that you are having your faith. That faith also is my causeless mercy. Your attempts, by seeing your sincere endeavors, I am giving you all these things. Don't stop your sincere endeavor. Always depend on me for any of this seva. Depend on me for the ultimate result. Don't think that you can change the result in whichever way you want. If Krishna wants, we'll continue. When he wants us to leave, let's pack our bags and leave. As simple as that. Anyway, this world is a dharmashala. Nothing, no place is permanent here. Nobody wants to stay in a dharmashala for more than 2 days or so. 2 days, 3 days. Right? So this verse is very important to note and meditate on. Anytime somebody says something, we'll have to, that appreciate or whatever, you should say it is only Krishna's mercy. Even if nobody appreciates also, it is Krishna's mercy that I am doing it. I'm able to do it. If not, I would not. These are all the things that will help us keep our standard of devotional service at the right place. We'll be in our place wherever we have to be in. That's the standard thing. Okay. Any questions on this before we briefly move to the purport? We may not be able to fully complete it, but at least to a certain extent we can. So let's. Okay, 1 minute. I just wanted to highlight one beautiful statement in this particular purport. Sayesha Madanugraha. I was searching for this for a long time. This particular line, I got it today. And so can we read the purport for this? It's a very beautiful purport.
When a living entity desires to serve the Lord in transcendental loving service, the Lord helps the devotee in so many ways as the Chaitya Guru or the spiritual master within, and thus the devotee can perform many wonderful activities beyond material estimation. Even a layman can compose prayers of the highest spiritual perfection. Such spiritual perfection is not limited by material qualification, but is developed by dint of one's sincere endeavor to render transcendental service.
See, this line is very beautiful. This line is very beautiful. The spiritual perfection is not limited by material qualifications. Please note this down. It is not a product of our material qualifications at all. Material qualifications may assist us, but the spiritual perfection is a output. It's an outcome of Krishna being pleased with our seva. That is but is developed by dint of one's sincere endeavor to render transcendental service. By means of one sincere endeavor. This sincere endeavor is of a Tatra Laulyam Ekam Moolam. Prabhupada says, no, Rupa Goswami says. So the only this thing is laulyam, the sincere eagerness That is the eagerness to do seva. That eagerness to do seva is manifested in the form of an endeavor. Our yatantascha drida vrata, no, means Prabhupada writes it as endeavoring fully endeavoring with determination, not half-hearted thing at all. Okay. So now comes next line is a golden line. Who wants to read this? Prabhu, please read that line.
Voluntary endeavor is the only qualification for spiritual perfection.
See,
Material
now the spiritual perfection, Prabhupada is writing about such spiritual perfection, right? Such spiritual perfection means what? The previous line. The mercy of the Lord, even a layman can compose prayers of the highest spiritual perfection. See, Prabhupada is talking about the spiritual perfection all through in the last 3 lines. Can somebody identify those 3 lines? Each one of those lines is bringing out beautifully that same point, spiritual perfection. What is his first he's saying? The layman is there. He cannot even speak. He doesn't even know how to compose. But he is able to compose prayers of the highest spiritual perfection. Highest spiritual perfection means in full Krishna consciousness, fully meditating on Krishna and with full bhav. Huh? So how did it happen? By the mercy of the Lord, right? Now, by the mercy of the Lord, this even a mukam karoti vachalam, even a layman, dumb can compose prayers of the highest perfection, spiritual perfection. And then Prabhupada is qualifying that spiritual perfection beautifully in this line. What is he saying? It is not limited by material qualifications. Narada Muni, what material qualification he had before doing this meditation? How he was able to perfect his spiritual life? He is the highest best example for spiritual perfection of life in spiritually, because he was able to transcend. See, when you say spiritual perfection, it means that you are able to transcend the material situations. Correct? That's what it means, spiritual perfection. Yes or no? When you are doing something spiritually perfect, then you should be able to transcend the material limitations. Suppose you are feeling your work date all through the day, you work very hard, but there is a program in the evening. You will feel very tired. Materially speaking, you want to go and rest, which is fine, which is you have to do. But if your eagerness is so much that you want to go and sit there and listen in spite of your tiredness and your exhausted day and long day, etc., whatever, that is your spiritual perfection. That is because you have transcended the material limitation of eating, sleeping, tiredness, etc., etc. Correct? This is just one example, right? Another thing is you might have not had a proper sleep, but you will have to work hard. The next day, early morning, you have to get up for Mangalarti. Then you get rid of the material mind's dictates and go to the temple or wherever, or at home also you do the Mangalarti. Then that is also surpassing the material limitations. So that is again spiritual perfection. So please understand this term spiritual perfection, what it means. Spiritual perfection does not mean that everything we should do 100% pakka, that is when spiritual perfection. No. That's not the one. That's not at the highest level, yes. But even when you are doing one thing all right for one day also, that day spiritual perfection. Do you agree with me? That one day, if you are doing the Mangalarti, you are doing your services all right, everything is going fine. That day you are spiritually perfect. Right? Which means you have transcended the material limitations of your body and mind. Correct? When you are focusing, when you are focused on Krishna consciousness, you are somehow Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, we can't hear you.
No, some phone call came. And that's why I will put it on silent mode. I will talk to them later. Okay. Now you are able to hear me now, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So this spiritual perfection, even one day, one moment you are able to do it, that is spiritual perfection. Right? Now, next line what Prabhupada is saying here, such spiritual perfection is not limited by material qualifications. Means, what does it mean? You don't have to be a learned scholar to compose prayers. You don't have to be a very, what do you call, great trained singer to sing prayers with emotions or song, bhajans and songs and kirtans with emotions. You understand? You don't have to be an expert in all the musical instruments to sing lovingly to please Krishna. You don't have to be like a scholar to know all the shlokas and everything. Then you go and preach to somebody preach Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita to somebody. That is how the material qualifications are not a impediment or a limitation to the attempts of spiritual perfection. Right? So, what else is the requirement for spiritual perfection? Spiritual perfection is achieved by one's sincere endeavor to render transcendental service. We sincerely want to serve Krishna, that's all. Anything that we do, we want to serve Krishna. See, we may study Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita with the idea of gaining knowledge, right? If I stop with that point as I want to gain knowledge, then that is not fully perfect. But if I say that I want to gain knowledge so that I can please Krishna, I can give that knowledge of Krishna to everyone. I can gain that knowledge so that I can fix my own life with the understanding of this transcendental knowledge and applying the transcendental knowledge. Then it becomes my habit or character. You see? So this is how our sincere endeavor to render service to Krishna is leading us to spiritual perfection. That's why in the next line, Prabhupada says, what is the only qualification required for spiritual perfection? This line is a beautiful golden line. Please read that line from once again.
Volunteer endeavor is the only qualification for spiritual perfection.
Exactly. This one line is such a short line, but such a powerful line. You think over it. This word voluntary endeavor is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful phrase. Isn't it? Because Krishna in the end told Arjuna, whatever you want to do, you do. And on his own, Arjuna decided to surrender to Krishna. And surrender to Krishna means do what he says. That is the voluntary endeavor, is the only qualification. There is no material qualification required, but the only qualification that is required is voluntary endeavor.
Prabhuji, we
So
can take this voluntary word as Prabhupada has very intelligently quoted this voluntary word to showcase that, we still have a free will, whether we want to do it or not.
Exactly. Voluntary, that free will is given to do this endeavor on our own instead of being pushed by others to every time to do something. Initially, they may explain to you that this is nice, chanting is nice, Mangalati is nice, reading is nice, etc., etc., service is nice. People may say that just to give us the initial kickstart. But we cannot depend on others for every day. I need some inspiration to chant 16 rounds. I need somebody to come and wake me up from the bed and give me all inspiration like that. We should never be like that. We should pick up ourselves. That is why that voluntary endeavor word is so beautiful. On our own, we go and ask. On our own, we go, can I serve you? How can I serve you? We cannot say that, okay, let Krishna come and ask, let the devotees come and ask, then we will do. That is ego. Sometimes you may want to keep that space because you don't want to disturb others. But that doesn't mean that you lose the eagerness to serve others on your own. That has to come naturally. The voluntary endeavor is the only qualification for spiritual perfection. You don't have to be perfect in all the other talents. Talents will come on its own. Talent is coming from Krishna. This voluntary endeavor, you so nicely said, Anand Seki Mataji, that this voluntary endeavor means You use your free will. Krishna says, I'm leaving it to you. You see what you want to do. Narada Muni also just gives mantra and goes away. The Bhakti Vedantas also, you see, they gave the mantra to the boy, Narada Muni, I mean, and they went away. Do you think they will not know what will happen to his life in the future? Did they say, you have this insurance after your mother leaves, you will need some life insurance to run your life and all those kind of support. You have this address, come and meet us later whenever you are difficult. Give Krishna to them, Krishna to him and say, okay, Krishna will protect him now. Protect him now. And they went away. And he also was not, worried so much about in the sense. See, okay, they've given us a process. Full faith in that process. He did not have any doubt that whether it will work or not. So when you don't doubt something, only your voluntary endeavor will be with full force. When you doubt the process, you will not do voluntary endeavor. This is a very important subtle point which we know. Narada Muni never doubted the process given by the sages. That is why he was immediately successful. What is that? There is a beautiful verse. Yesterday also it came in the verse of the day. Anybody remember that? Piyush Prabhu will usually say this thing. Just give me one second. Let me pick it. A very beautiful verse from Bhagavad Purana. Yeah.
This one, Prabhuji.
Yes. This is the one I was looking for. Adridam cha atam jnanam pramadena atam shrutam. Sandigdho hato mantro yagra chitto hato japa. These four things are very, very beautiful, very powerful it is. You see, adridam cha hatam jnanam. Our knowledge must be firmly rooted. When it say rooted means firmly fixed. Fixed means fixed at the lotus feet of Krishna. That is when this knowledge can be applied. Right? That firm, if the knowledge which is not firmly rooted is hatam, means destroyed. That jnanam is gone. Pramadena hatam shrutam. Pramadena means if you are inattentive, whatever you are hearing, that is also lost. You will not retain it. Then Sandigdho Hatomato is a very beautiful thing. Sandigdho, this is why I was quoting this verse. Sandigdho means a doubt. Hato mantra. The power of mantra is also destroyed, lost simply by doubting the power of the mantra. When you doubt it, it will not work at all. And finally, Vyagra Chitta Hato Japa. When our mind is wavering mind, distracted mind, our japa is also Vyartha. These four things are there in the Bhagavad Mahatmya in that Padma Purana section, no? That one. These four things are very important. First line talks about Jnanam and Shrutam because Jnana is through Jnana and Shrutam are connected. Next line talks about Mantra and Japa because we do Japa and Mantra only. So doubt should not be there and the distraction also should not be there. It's very important. And this voluntary endeavor is the only qualification for spiritual perfection. Please remember this line. Anything that we do, when we do it on our own voluntarily, then we will be it's the only qualification that is required for attaining spiritual perfection. Nothing else is required. Automatically, everything else will fall in place. And then finally, Prabhupada ends by saying material appreciations of wealth or education are not considered. Krishna is not going to look at that. Krishna is not going to look at how much you have studied materially, how much money you have accumulated. Nothing of this sort. Okay. So I think we should stop here. The purport we'll read in our next session, Krishna willing. Is that all right? We'll probably have one or two questions and then we will end for the day. Any other questions, comments from anyone? Okay, for the day. Thank you very much for those nice questions and reflections. Those Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, in the beginning you said, no, while chanting we should train our mind in a way that we should think that today is my last day. So basically, like when we see others, like who are suffering, like, who are not very well, I mean, in the hospital or something. And in that situation, almost 80 plus age and almost, it's last stage kind of a. So that time, is it all right? Who are our relatives? Is it all right to think that almost they are on the deathbed? Because the feeling doesn't come for us. I am on that, this is going to be my last day. This is going to be my last day. But when we see others, like who are our relatives who are 80 plus, automatically that feeling comes. Oh, it is going to be, almost now few days are left. So such kind of feeling, that sensitivity is not there, Prabhuji. So how to handle this?
No, that sensitive will not be there. We have to. That's why I'm saying put a photo. Because our mind is such a rascal mind that it will think that everybody else will die and I will still be alive.
Yeah, that is there.
Even those who are younger to me, I will think that they will die. But those who are elder to me also will die. But I will not die. That is how the mind will think. But you have to tell the mind, rascal, you'll be the first one to go. Frankly speaking, even thinking about this death also is only a preliminary thing. End of the day, even if you are allowed to live only for a day or two more, then also we should try to maximize whatever we can with that limited time, isn't it? You should not be thinking, if only I had 20 years, I would have done more. Who knows? The 20 years would give you more problems than what it is right now. Isn't it? So nothing is guaranteed. We are just assuming that, oh, if only I had 10 lakhs more, I would have got a better house. If only I had something more, I would have studied better and be better placed, better life, etc., etc. What is a better life? Only a life with Krishna is a better life. Only a life dedicated to the service of Krishna is a better life. So just simply having four extra cars and 4 extra bungalows, how does it matter? Even if you have 100 cars, you can travel in only one car at a time. Isn't it? Yes. And even if you have 100 houses, still you can stay in only one house. Even if you have 10 rooms in a house, also you can sleep only in one room at a time. Isn't it? So that's where we are losing the whole thing. So we should understand the fleeting nature of this world, the fleeting nature of our life. Simply, just one small, Maharaj used to say that, oh, supushtena baliyasa, kim mohito rakshitena, supushtena baliyasa. Kim mohito rakshitena. This is, body is made of moha. You are doing so much thing to, protect it and, keep it nice and hair and healthy, etc. Fine. Supushtena baliyasa, you are giving all best food, this, that, etc. Keep it pushti, you're doing so much pushti. Then Maharaj would say that, you will do all these things and you go to, say, the best place in the world and a small mosquito will come and it will bite you and your Balawan, whatever you may be, you will be dead in just overnight. Dengue, malaria, something will come and finish you. Isn't it? So we should understand how fleeting our life is, how temporary. Even elephant or this thing, they may not be dead by biting of the mosquito. Their buffalo and all, their body skin is thick. But for us, it's so sensitive that it can't even sit. Python can lie down for days together also without eating. But we cannot sit for even few hours without eating, right? Eating or drinking. So we are so much dependent, so much. We just think that we are so advanced or intelligent, but actually speaking, in so many ways, we are much inferior to the other living entities also. So we should compare that way and keep the photo. Devotees will be thinking, hey, what is this? This person is too narcissism, they say, narcissistic. That he gives his own picture in the thing and he's putting garland also every day. You're too proud of yourself, man. Let them think whatever they want. But if you look at that, then you'll see, oh my God, this will be the effect. And I was telling jokingly, and it's joke, but it is actually true, that you will be the only one who will be putting garland in your own photo. After you leave, who is going to put garland on your photo? Right? So at least we will put our, when you're alive, let's put picture garland on our photo. Very
Okay,
interesting it is. Don't do that, Mataji. I'm just don't put a picture.
in my house, everyone will have like what happened to my mother, like that they will think.
And they will come to beat me. Who is this rascal? Is giving all these different advice, No, what I mean is, it's that's the way we can. We in Kali Yuga we cannot help, but even if you go and see the old
Prabhuji.
people, all these things, we are still not. Our mind is still so stubborn. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, sorry to say, we don't know. If we start putting garland on our own photo, some other people may join enjoyingly.
They will also start putting the photo on us. I think.
No, they will start
Or
putting
they will
garland
put
on our
their
photo.
own on our photo. I thought you were saying they will put garland on their photo also. Then we'll start a garland of parampara of garlanding parampara. So that's no. What I mean is this is just to show that how fleeting our life is basically. It's just simply we are just so proud of this body. It just can't survive even a small cold or cough. How can we even take it forward? That's the main thing. But it's a practical thing. Maharaj told us that remember your last day, then your chanting will be better. Remember that today is your last day. So, that will help. Very nice. Thank you for that nice discussion points. We'll stop here. Thank you so much once again for patiently first and listening attentively. Thank you, Tejna Mataji, Sahil Prabhu, and I saw Mega Mataji also, all of you. Who was Nisha Das? Who is Nisha Das? I don't see. Chandrakala Mataji, I think we met in the program.
She is from Noida. She's from Odisha, was doing PhD at Noida. So she has also joined new.
Nisha Mataji. Is that Nisha Mataji you're saying?
Nisha Das.
Nisha Das. Okay, that's nice. Nice. Welcome, Mataji. So nice to see you all. So tomorrow there's a thing program at our home, so we are a bit tied up. What I suggest is Monday evening, let's do Prabhupada Smaranam. I haven't done that for a while. Is that okay? Monday is a holiday for us. I know it's all working day for you. Maybe 8 o'clock we will do. Is that okay? 8 to 9. Normally the evening we will do, right?
Yes.
So shall we keep it for Monday evening? That way we will continue for some more time at least for our continuity of these two topics. Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you so much. Looking forward to connecting with you all once again. Traveling. जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्रील गुरुदेव जय जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि भगवान चक्रवर्ती Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, just one moment, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I don't know if you got the nice news. Hari Prasad Prabhuji has been initiated.
Yeah,
by
he
His
messaged me.
Holiness
He
Jayapataka
messaged me.
Swami Maharaj.
Yes. I know he got messaged me. Yes, I
Please
congratulated him also.
bless and pray for me also, Prabhuji, please.
Yeah, you will soon get the formal thing. You're already at heart. You are already there. So don't worry. All these are Krishna's arrangement. It will happen when it is supposed to happen. Hare
Sure,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Yes,
Send us
Hare
one.
Krishna.
We will soon talk to you soon. Hare Krishna.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
And